to do whatever I can to help kids, because that's important to me. Kids need help. I'm happy to help families, kids with projects, especially chickens, because they get fun to me sometimes. So this is my family. We live in up near Cherry Lake, across the street from Cherry Lake Baptist Church. My wife Emily, daughter Wesleyan, and my son Waylon. And they're a little bit bigger than that now. So we just haven't taken family pictures in a long time, like a lot of you in here can probably understand. So, but first question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It's a good answer, isn't it? Chicken. She said chicken. Chicken or the egg? Chicken. Chicken. I don't know. Chicken or egg? Could have been either. I don't know the answer. God knows. So that's what we got. Chicken terms and trivia. Adult female chicken, what is she called? Hen. I like that. Interactive. Everyone one time. Hen. An adult male chicken. Rooster. Newborn chicken? Chick. Castrated male chicken? Ooh. What'd you say? Cockerel. Close. A capon. It's a real thing. Capon. It's weird, but it's a real thing. Immature male chicken. Cockerel. Someone said it. That was a good one. Immature female chicken. Pull it. Good job. Good job. Can a chicken have a job?
Yes.
Answer is yes. Why? What job she got? To lay eggs. Anything else?
Eat the bugs out of the yard.
Eat the bugs out of the yard. Good answer. Anyone else? For a rooster, yes. Absolutely, chickens can have a job. Layers. We've got egg producers. Most of your known breeds are egg producers. Broilers. What are broilers for? Food.
Barbecue.
Who likes fried chicken? That's right. There'll be a lot of hands in here. I'll see y'all at O'Neill's tomorrow. So, meat production, and we also have dual-purpose birds that do both. That lay a bunch of eggs, and it can be a meat bird. Common breeds in poultry. What do you think the most common breed of poultry in the country is today? What was that? Rhode Island Red. I think Rhode Island Red. Anyone else?
Barred Rock.
Barred Rock.
Rooster.
Rooster. I like roosters.
Leghorns.
Leghorns. That's a good one. Rhode Island Red. Reddish brown feathers. Origins in the mid-1800s. Lays large brown eggs and is a dual-purpose breed. A lot of people look at a Rhode Island Red. Oh, she's gonna lay me eggs. They're dual-purpose because they. How many parents in here when they were little, and some of you little ones may have found, how many of you got chased around the yard by a Rhode Island Red rooster?
They're nasty.
And your dad said, oh, we're never getting a Rhode Island Red again because he chased my kid around the yard. I'd probably make him chicken and rice too, but Rhode Island Red, dual-purpose breed. Barred Rock, someone said. Black and white barred feathers. Its origins are Massachusetts in around 1849, but it was wiped out for 20 years. It lays a light brown egg, and it is also a dual-purpose breed. Now, a lot of people, there's two kinds of, you could say barred rocks. There's another one called a Dominicker that also has brown and white feathers, but it has a different comb. Barred rocks will have straight combs, so that's one way you can tell the difference on those. Golden lace Wyandottes. All the ladies and mothers probably love a Wyandotte because they're so stinking pretty and they cost the most, but they make all the dads buy the Wyandottes because they're absolutely beautiful. My wife wants silver lace Wyandottes, and I'm like, not today. But they are beautifully colored. Wisconsin was their origin in 1883. Light brown eggs and a dual-purpose breed. This is my favorite chicken. My favorite. I love this bird, Buff Orpington. I don't know why. Just something about a big gold chicken. It's just pretty. Copper-colored feathers, British origin from William Cook in 1886. Light brown eggs, dual-purpose breed. One thing I found with these roosters is they're not as mean as the Rhode Island Red. So there's that. White Leghorns. These chickens probably lay the most eggs out of any chicken breed. Most of your chicken houses that are egg producing, they're either using a Red Star or White Leghorn. White Feathers, Italian, 1800s, lays a large white egg, and it is a egg producing chicken. And they lay eggs like a Holstein gives milk. They produce that much. Cornish Cross, White Feathers, British origin, 1820 by Sir Walter Gilbert, and it is a meat bird. There's very little eggs. It's all about the meat. They can be from chick to harvest. You're looking at 6 to 8 weeks. I mean that quick. You're feeding a high protein diet, and you're moving along. You'll hear a lot of your birds in your chicken houses that are meat. If they get any older than 8 weeks, they're losing money. So, do you really need a rooster? You got all those breeds, do you need a rooster? You got people in town that don't need a rooster, but do you?
Yes. If you want to hatch eggs.
If you want to hatch eggs, you need a rooster. You want to protect them. If you want to wake up in the morning, right? Put that right out of your window, then you'll have a rooster. That video is not going to play, so we'll just move through. Here's the hen anatomy with egg production. Half hour, the yolk is released into the oviduct. You can see right here. In 3 hours, the egg white forms. Hour from that, shell membranes are added. 20 hours, the shell's formed, and then she's laying an egg. So, in a 24-hour span, you can have one egg, and those Leghorns or Red Stars or some of those more egg producers, they can lay more in a 24. They've been known to do more than that. Where do roosters come in? Flock protection, fertilize eggs. I have a cool story. One day I was out. I like to open my chicken coop, and I like to watch all my birds fly out. And they go in the yard and they eat the bugs, Dad. They like to eat bugs, they'll eat the nuts and the sand and all the other good stuff. One day there was this pesky hawk flying around. And how many people have lost chickens to hawks before? Yeah. Well, at least we're together, Megan. So, yeah. So, one day this hawk comes down and it goes after one of my hens. And without missing a beat, this rooster comes flying across the yard and just attacked the hawk and would not stop attacking the hawk. So, protection is a big thing for those hens, especially when you want to let them out. Rooster's not necessarily a bad thing to have. Now, moms, dads, when they start getting a little antsy around the kids, kick them off. If you got to make, chicken and dumplings, there are times when that has to come about, but you can always get another one. That's one of my old chickens. So. How important is health and nutrition for your chickens?
Very important.
Very important. So what are some details about your very important? Why do we want them to be healthy? Yes, ma'am?
To lay eggs.
So they can lay eggs. What other reasons?
So they don't die at a young age.
So they don't die at a young age. If a chicken dies at a young age, we've lost a lot. It's pretty sad.
To make more chickens.
To make more chickens. Yes, sir?
To make more eggs.
More eggs. Who doesn't like a good omelet? I'm a grits and eggs kind of guy. So that's why I like to keep my chickens. So it's very important. Respiratory diseases in chickens are a huge thing. And they can happen. It's probably the leading killer outside of predators within the poultry world. Flocks do establish pecking orders. How many of us have put a chicken down in a brand new coop? We're like, oh my gosh, they're killing it. It's better to do that stuff at night. Like go in at night, put it on the roost. You can do it in groups so it doesn't happen and it'll reduce it. I will tell you if you ever get into any of your gamey breeds, beware because they will fight. Those hens will figure out their pecking order in a worse way. So, groups and preferably at night when there's lower light. Features of good coop. Part of health and nutrition is having a good coop. We want to have good ventilation, dry, easy to clean. We want somewhere we can collect our eggs. On mine at home, I walk behind my chicken coop and I lift the lid. All my eggs are right there. You want a person-sized door for easy cleaning. That's the worst thing in the world. You get a bunch of chickens, you go to get in your coop, and you can't even fit in the stinking coop. And it's like, what did I just do? And you get a guy my size, we're in there crawling and trying to grab and clean it out. Outside run is tall enough to have easy access for cleaning. Something I like them to be taller, because that also helps ventilation, but chickens have wings. They like to roost up. They'll fly up. They like to perch and do things like that. You want your feeders and waters placed outside of the coop so it's easy to refill and access, elevated at the same height as the bird's back, and bedding in the coop. Now, these two things here, and you can even go into this, those are more difficult. I mean, my feed and my water are in my coop, because the main reason is ease. You know, it's just easier for me to fill up the 5-gallon water, 5-gallon feeder, and it's in there. They can access it at any time. And then the bedding in the coop, I wouldn't use, I think I have this on the other side. Okay, we'll look at some coops, and then I think I have it on the other side. So it's dry, ventilated. You can control who goes in and comes out. You hope no one comes out, no one gets in. You got the bedding area, you've got a place for your eggs, waters, feeders. Bedding. Bedding is important. This is, and when I was young, when I first started, I made a huge mistake.